will serve. And we are underway from green. Back to serve for Hawaii. Victor Lowe getting his first start as a Rainbow Warrior, the sophomore out of Santa Monica, California. Did see some action in the match on Wednesday as the first set goes in the middle to Jordan Hoover, one of their two freshman middle, C-Mac, and he slams that down off the block attempt for the point.
Yeah, he's the 1'6" guy in the team, and most of the rest of the team is fairly short, Scott. They're all 6'5" or under. And they're outside. That's really good. Is Ryan DeJean? He's 5'11".
5'11" is normal size, but not for volleyball. That's for sure. So one serving one here in the opening stanza. Back to serve, Jace Moore. He floats it over. Backs it right side. Kearney cross court gets it down for the point. Jay Kearney getting the start, as he did in Wednesday's match, a match that Hawaii took care of business fairly easily against this Roberts squad. And Kearney, of course, one of the better setters for Hawaii. Back to serve on the far left side. He'll jump it. And that one goes long service error. That's been kind of an issue this year for Hawaii, the amount of service error. We've seen more, I think, this year than we have seen recently. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. And Finn Kearney, really strange to see him miss because he's steady Eddie from behind the service line.
Well, there's another service error, and if we just keep going like this, we could be here like forever. Each team trying to navigate. There you see Mike Deedy, third-year head coach for Roberts Wesleyan. We're going to call him the magician. We'll explain why a little later, but just a great guy, longtime club coach out in Rochester. As that served by Justin Todd, who leads the team in aces set in the middle, dug up. Bumped over on the left side. Now it's going to be rolled over. Brower goes on the left side. DeJean is going to be blocked. Well, Hawaii figured out the 5'11" hitter right there. They had trouble a bit on Wednesday. Not that time, Kainoa Wade and company with the stuff. There you see Charlie Wade in his 17th season, the all-time winningest coach in program history. So Hawaii to serve. Justin Todd back again. He's got 10 service aces on the year. Brower has to chase that when he goes on the left side again. DeJean again meets the wall. Red Hawks out of Rochester, New York. They're part of the East Coast Conference. There's ace number 11 on the year for Justin Todd. Hawaii up by 4. But the East Coast Conference does not have an automatic bid. In fact, right now they only have 4 teams, 2 teams left. And so Coach Deedy said next year they'll get 2 more teams. There'll be 6. And then hopefully in a couple of years they can get an automatic bid. 6 serving 2. That time that one ripped. It's going to be an overpass, and Wade takes advantage off the hands of the block attempt of Terp. And Hawaii rolling here early. 5-0 scoring run with Justin Todd behind the service line.
It's pretty amazing how Justin Todd's improvement has gone from year to year with his serving. It's just, I think it's all the time maybe he spent in the gym over the summer playing for the U21 team, playing at that high international level. He's just cranked up his game, that's for sure.
Here's Paul Filion, one of the captains of this team. He's out of Greece. Did you know he's out of Greece? But
Yeah.
not the country.
Yeah.
He's out of Greece, New York. I have no idea where that is, but Low backs to the right side. Wade hits it long, but we'll get a touch called. I want to ask you about Kainoa Wade because he's the only guy out there that played in the 11 o'clock match today. Keep a close eye on him. I mean, what do you expect? What's it like playing 2 matches in one day?
Yeah, I think that, in Kainoa's case, he just loves to play volleyball, I'll tell you that. He's about as big a volleyball lover as you're going to find. And any chance he can get to play, he's going to take advantage of that. And I don't know if he'll get set as much tonight, although he's getting set again there, just as I say that. But, when it's 3 and out, Scott, it's a little bit easier than an extended match.
Good point. Yeah, there's Kainoa had 21 kills in the match Wednesday, and Coach Deedy said, I thought we did a pretty good job Wednesday night against everybody but Kainoa Wade. He goes, we'll have an answer. That serve goes long, but so far no answer, at least on the offensive side of Kainoa Wade. So we've had a handful of service errors by both sides so far.
This morning he only hit 20 balls. Adrian Rohr hit 24. Sakanoko hit 23, so it wasn't that big a load for him this morning.
Logo's in the middle, and he's met by the block. A roof by Gavin Turp, the 6'5" freshman middle out of Webster, New York.
This is a great read by Turp, laying that left hand into that turnaway shot by Osan.
There you see a float serve by Dejan that lands just inside the end line for a service ace. Not a team that has a whole lot of aces on the year, though granted this is only their 4th match of the season. Dejan takes a bit off that one. The set right side, the D set for Wade, unable to handle in the back row are the Red Hawks, who flies out of bounds. And Hawaii the first to double digits, 10 serving 6. As Thatcher Fallbush go back behind the line. Fallbush got the start in Wednesday's game. He seldom used freshman out of Manhattan Beach, but he has a great resume. Fallbush last year is the second-team ABCA High School All-American. 2 times, as you see, Lowe going offensive with the 2 hands.
Put a little baby Rosenthal there, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
A little turn and push down.
Well, mentioning Fallbush, not only a second-team high school All-American a year ago, twice named to Volleyball Magazine's Fab 50 list.
At Maricosta High School, where Rosenthal's father is the athletic director.
That's right. A nice set. And the put down by Gavin Turp. Trevor Rosenthal's dad, high school athletic commissioner, former NFL offensive lineman, most notably for someday the Super Bowl champion Minnesota Vikings. There's a Finn Kearney off the double block. They'll attack out of the back row, dug up, overpass, met, and pushed off the hands by Moore for the point.
I had a bet with a friend that said the over/under on you mentioning the Vikings tonight and fitting them into the broadcast was 1.
Yeah,
you met that already.
So are you saying I should do the over? That serve goes long.
I thought it was going to be the under to be really professional.
Well, that's good. It's not unprofessional. Chris always likes to give me a hard time about my Vikings. That's why. It's all love. As Ofek Hassan getting in the start, the 6'6" sophomore out of Israel. He'll float it down the line. The good pass. Brower actually has to chase it. They'll set the right side off the block. Dug up back row by Hawaii. Back set right side. Wade through the wickets. Double block was up. Big puka between the hands. And Wade found it, laid it down nicely in the back row for the point.
I know Wade off to a pretty good start. 5 kills, no errors, 5 tries. He's hitting only 1,000.
Can't do much better than that. That float serve. And the back row players will throw it up to Moore on the left side off the double block, and he'll carry out of bounds off Lowe and Wade, and Moore gets the kill. And it's 9 serving 13 here in the opening set.
Charlie Wade had to play a little dodgeball there to get out of the way of his back row defenders chasing that ball down.
And Brower, the setter, first team all-league a year ago. He rips that one down the right side out of bounds. We mentioned this team is in the East Coast Conference, but they also play in the National Christian College Athletic Association.
NCCAA.
And
that's a mouthful.
It is. And Brower was a first-team All-American a year ago, as was Jimenez, their outstanding libero. That serve handled by Jimenez to Brower. He'll go back sit on the right side, and pulling it off the block nicely is Jace Moore. But he was talking about 2 years ago they made the NCCAA. It was actually an invitational the first year, and they won. Last year it was actually a tournament, and they took a train from New York to Illinois.
Cultural experience.
How cool is that? Low, the middle, and the block was waiting for Justin Todd. The big hands of the freshman Jordan Hoover out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 6'6" freshman, one of the tallest players on the team. Nice solo roof.
second time tonight he's come up with a big block.
Another good serve. Low. He'll backs it the right side, pushing it off the block. One hand save, and then a ricochet goes right back to Kearney. And he puts it down. Jimenez came over the back row. But Kearney was waiting, and at the break, Hawaii are hitting it to 50.
They're led by Jace Moore. He's off to a good start. 3 kills, no errors, and 5 tries. He's in 600.
And Kearney to serve for UH. That good high toss. Took a bit off of it. Jimenez Brower has to throw it up. That one off the block. Rat-a-tatted around and free ball over. Here comes Hawaii. Low left side. The attack off the block. And it goes out of bounds. A kill for Patrick Fallbush. By the way, our officials here tonight up on the pedestal, it's Randy Rubenall down low, and also handling the replays, Dixon Chun, and our line judges, Curran Stenstrom and Hunter Heleniak. Hawaii up by 5. Again, Kearney to serve. Cross court. They go over on the left side. The attack off the box. One hand saved by Wade. He throws it over on the left side. And with 2 hands, Fallbush pushes it over. Jimenez backs it right side. Pushed off the block with 2 hands by Moore. Off of Wade and out of bounds. Smart play there.
I think it was Dejan, I think.
Oh, was it Dejan?
Yeah, he did a little 2-handed push over the net. Got kind of Wade right in the noggin. Sometimes when you're 6'10", you get up too high.
Well, I've never had that problem, Chris. Here's Paul Fillion. Down the middle. Out of the back row, Kearney, look out. Oh, man, when Kearney takes off from behind that 3-meter line, he meets the ball right near the net. No chance to stop that one.
It's called a 40 set. Finn calls, he audibilizes that one, and he gets the opening, no blocker up. Pretty open net for Finn.
Here comes Justin Todd. And on a bit of a scoring run last time he was back there. And he rips that one. Brower looks it over. He'll go in the middle. And nice job slapping that one down where nobody was at. Was the middle hitter, Gavin Turp.
Nice pass by Jace Moore to get it all started there. That was a tough serve by Justin Todd.
So Fillion will go back again. Going through his ritual. 13 serving 17. Handled by Hawaii, low under it. He goes quickly on the left side. Fallbush off the block. And it lands in. That will be a block. So Redhawks get the stuff. And that is their second block so far of the match. Nice job by
Pretty good.
Brower.
Pretty good for a smallish team. A team that has so many players under 6'3".
By the way, that is block number 3 as that serve goes long. Kainoa Wade, double duty here on a Friday night. Second-year Rainbow Warrior, but really he should be a freshman this year. Remember, he left Kamehameha Kapalama early and served that one into the twine. I'll tell you what, you're doing pretty good if Kainoa Wade is your backup anything. Let alone your backup opposite, but Christian Tetrisky, of course, the team leader in most offensive categories, getting the day off. He's been nursing a bit of a back issue, and with Hawaii going on the road now for the next 6 weeks, basically, going to give Christian a bit of a break, and that one goes out of bounds, flying out of the back row, but missing was the job. There you see Christian rooting on his teammates. See those numbers.
When he's healthy, he's as good as there is, let me tell you.
I agree. There aren't many better opposites, if any, in the country. Fallbush with his serve cross court. Jimenez high pass to Brower. He goes in the middle off the double block. Pushed up to Low. Low backs us to right side. Wade dug up by Jimenez. Overpass. And it lands out of bounds. And now another kill for Kainoa.
I think you're going to see the Division II teams split off at some point and have their own national championship.
Yeah, that's what Coach Didi was talking about as you saw that kill. Nice one on the step out by Turp. And Turp will go back and serve. Yeah, right now Division I and Division II both play for a national championship. Remember back in 2003, Lewis won the national championship as a Division II team. Of course, they had their national championship taken away as well as Hawaii did the year before. So 2002 and 3 are open, but yeah, Division II team has won a national championship, I guess you could say. There's Kearney, blocked, nice save by Wade, back over to Kearney on the left side. Goes cross court, and Kupuke finds it for the point. And Hawaii, 21.
Now, once again, Trainoa Wade and Finn Kearney are the major nemesis for this Roberts Wesleyan team.
Hassan floats it over from his knees. Brower sets the left side, and that attack goes out of bounds. Hitting error by Jace Moore. And Hawaii is slowly closing in on set number 1. Hawaii hitting 429. Only 3 hitting errors. The Red Hawks are hitting an even 200. They have 4 hitting errors and 8 kills. Hassan again will float it deep. 2-hand up to Brower. He'll go around the left. No, attacking on the back row. That time is DeJohn. He gets the kill.
Nice pick, back row quick on that time. DeJohn, he's so deceptive. 5'11", you just never know where he's going to appear. On the smaller side, you almost feel like he's hiding, and then all of a sudden he appears and hammers it home.
And there's going to be ace number 7 on the year for the setter, Brower, who leads the team in that category. Yeah, I was going to say DeJohn could kind of be like a little running back in football behind a big offensive line, right?
Exactly.
Like a Barry Sanders or somebody. Roberts Wesleyan Red Hawks. Another good serve, and that's going to be kept alive. Wade will free it over. A chance for the Red Hawks to set over on the right side, and the kill put down by Fillion. All of a sudden, you look up at the score after a 3-0 scoring run, and Hawaii only up by 3.
Great save here by Lowe, keeping it alive, and smart shot by Fillion to go down the line. The block was closing in the middle in his cross court, so he took line and pulled the outside blocker's hand.
That's feeling a little uneasy as that serve goes wide. Had to wait for the line judge to look the red flag. Charlie was already saying that's out.
I think there's a challenge going on here.
All right, Chris. I always listen to you and Kanoa over there when I'm in the corner looking at these replays. So you're an expert, I would say.
Let's see how long he's going to take. We'll time it.
Dixon Chun is the replay official. He has a tendency to be a bit deliberate. So we'll see. Charlie put his hand up. Let's see from this angle, Chris, you make the play.
That ball's definitely out.
Oh, it's clearly out. This should take about 5 seconds.
I think maybe the official looked away at the last second because he was going to get hit by the ball.
Yeah.
Took his eye off the ball, but this should be an easy, quick call for Dixon Chun.
Here you see Mike Dede, the magician. He has been a magician for over 30 years. We talked to him yesterday. He said, hey, I'll do some magic tricks for you if you guys come a little early tomorrow, which is today. And we said, all right, so let's take a look at some of the sleight of hand tricks of Coach Dede. Let's see what they say. And that might be one of the easier calls for Dixon Chun. And Mike Dede, he's not just a magician. He is a professional, like high-level magician. And doing it for 30 years. He plays weddings, graduations, anything you got. And we'll show you a little bit. He played a couple of tricks on us, and he got us pretty good. That short arm works. Not the set that Hoover is looking for, but he finds a way to make it happen. And now Hawaii only up by 3 as the Red Hawks go back behind the service line. And that's Jace Moore, the freshman out of Minoka, Illinois.
I like his serve on a Wednesday, and even tonight. He serves a flat floater that really moves.
There it is. You're right. Left side set, dug up overpass, and then punched way out of bounds. Hitting error. I believe that was on Kainoa.
Open up the open net for Justin Todd.
21, serving 23. That was Justin Todd. So here comes the serve again. Low, back set right side. Kearney dug up, and that one will fly into the front row across away from us, and it's set point O's here in the first. Kearney's had a good opening stanza for Hawaii. 4 kills, no errors, hitting .500, and he'll serve. Menace Lovero bumps it up on the left side. The attack crossword, dug up back row low, back set right side, and of course, whoa! Kainoa Wade hits it long, initially asked for a touch. No touch granted. We don't see Charlie grabbing the green card, so they play on. We're going to have a serving substitution now for the Red Hawks.
Look at this Roberts Wesleyan smallish team. A lot of credit for hanging in there with this much larger Rainbow Warrior team.
You see Griffin Monrad checking in to serve. Monrad, the lefty. Also plays opposite. Low back set right side, gives it to Wade again. Wade dug up. Rauer out of the back row, rolls over, kept alive, punched up, pushed him on the left side, attacked, and hit off the block. He coaches for a club called Pace
Volleyball Club,
in Rochester, and actually has 4 alums on his Roberts Wesleyan team. As the serve by Lowe to start set number 2 goes into the net.
Yeah, he left a pretty good job, didn't he? Was he a social worker?
Yeah, longtime social worker. He said when the pandemic hit, you know, for a lot of people, he kind of started reevaluating. I just really love volleyball, and this job came up. And his wife said, hey, go for it. He says she has been such a big supporter and has helped him. And he said he loves it. He has no regrets. Is that when he turned off the triple block, they go back sit on the right side. That one crossed her, dug up back row, bumped up Taylor on the left side, rolled over by Wade, saved Jimenez, backs us to far left side. It's been an overset. This time they'll attack it out of the back row. Nice save by Hawaii. The attack overpass, look out. Kainoa just goes up and ever so gently taps it down for the play.
Smart move to not follow through there. That would have been an easy one to hit the cable on, but really save right here by Ben Kearney and Justin Todd. Both of them going to the floor to save it. Kainoa finishing.
Brower quickly in the middle. That one pushed over, dug up back row by Kearney. They throw it up on the left side. That one off the double block, kept alive. Left side again. More blocks. Save. Taylor came running up, slid, went under the line, crossed over. So infraction point for the Red Hawks. Ty Taylor getting the start at libero like he did Wednesday. Because of a former Rainbow Walk, he needed to take it.
And he's loving getting lots of playing time, I'll tell you that. A great serving sub last year and this year as well.
Moore sends that one well.
Looks like the new ball in effect there. The new ball they're using Mikasa instead of Molten because Mikasa is a little bit lighter and it tends to take off a little bit more. You got to really hit the ball just in the right spot. If you're off just a little bit, it can go in the bottom of the net or 20 feet long.
And our understanding is they're just using this ball for this weekend. They'll go back to Molten Todd with another good serve. The overpass, Jimenez digs it up. The Red Hawks have a chance. And that attack off the block and down by Paul Fillion, one of the captains.
This is one of the ones that made All-American last year in that
NCCAA.
There you go. It's a mouthful.
They actually had 3 players that were NCCAA All-Americans, and look out. Again, Kearney flying out of the back row, and he crushes the coconut. There you go. You see the Mikasa. Of course, Molten is the normal ball, but they use the Mikasa in international. A lot of these players have played with it. They say there definitely is a difference. And you do have to kind of get used to it. UH left side cross court off the hands of Jimenez. Kept the light over there near Tiff in the radio. Bumped over free ball Hawaii. Taylor. Good tap. And then on the left side again. That's going to be a Josh. A nice job of pushing that off the hands of Volleyball.
Pretty good defense going on the side of the Redhawks. They're just not letting any ball drop to the floor. Getting good touches on the block. Fillion there, a nice wipe off the block.
You know, Fillion's listed as a middle block, and Coach Deedy said, you know, we're kind of playing with the idea of making him an opposite. And he said, we're going to probably play him against Hawaii just to see how he does. And, you know, he said, keep in mind, this is only the fourth match of the season. One hand saved by Taylor, pushed into the back row, kept alive by Kearney. Back set, the right side, Wade off the double block, saved by Moore. Two-handed over. And that shot, rat-a-tats around, then turned around and hit, but too far. Good idea there by Dejan, but about a foot too far.
Kai Taylor picked this ball up, keep it alive right there. Goes down, does a little volleyball roll, and keeps that rally alive.
So back to Fallbush, the freshman out of Manhattan Beach to serve. Hawaii won the opening set 25-22. Floats right down Jimenez. Brower in the middle, the attack. And we're going to get a block. They hit it into the net. 4 hits, so it did go into the net. No block for Hassan. And Hawaii takes the advantage by 1. Bush again, two-handed up to Brower. Left side, the attack, and the block is waiting. That one rejected by Victor Lowe, the setter.
One-on-one advantage usually is to the hitter. Not that time. Victor was all over that, read it perfectly.
Brower in the middle. That time he gets it off the hands of Hassan. Was it a block? It was a block.
2 one-on-one blocks in a row. Don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
By the way, hats off to the crowd tonight for showing up on a Friday night. With the Polynesian Bowl going on next door. There are a lot of people in the house because they know the Rainbow Warriors are gone for 6 weeks.
Yeah, they're not back until like the first week. Oh, look out. That one is crushed.
These fans are in their last fix of men's volleyball until
like March 5th or
March
something?
4th.
Something like that, yeah, March 4th.
Pepperdine.
That's a long time when you consider, what's today, the 18th?
Fourth-ranked Pepperdine did lose today, by the way, to 7th-ranked Irvine.
And he dug up, backs it right side. Wesleyan gets it to roll and fall down. And look out, Robert Wesleyan, they're competing with Hawaii. They did on Wednesday. They definitely are here on a Friday night. Hawaii only won that opening set by 3. And they're only up by 2 now after that service error. So Ofek Hassan has been getting some much-needed playing time here this week with these doubleheaders. Rome's back behind the service line. Brower in the middle. And there's another kill out of the middle. Gavin Turb. Turb, pretty impressive middle freshman.
Is that his 6th kill?
6 kill on 10 attacks.
Very efficient.
He had a good match against Hawaii on Wednesday as well. Two-handed up in the middle, and that one is slapped down by Justin Todd off the set by Lowe.
I wonder if one of the reasons the middles aren't getting as many sets is that they're pulling some major duty this weekend.
That's true, right?
Justin Todd and Ofek Hassan playing all 4 matches.
The good news is Travell Jordan played in the first match at 11 a.m. this morning. The block covered. They bump it up over on the
side. I was going to go into the net. That'll be 4 hits and a point for Hawaii.
The only break these middles got was for a bit this morning when Travell Jordan got to play, but he was quickly pulled out after, well, I believe he only played a set and a half or something, not very much.
And I'm sure that was kind of part of the plan as well, right? I mean, coming back after a bit of an injury. That
said, I think we're going to get a foot fault.
Are we?
Yeah.
I'm not footballing. Was it stepped on the 3-meter line, so back row attack call. That was pretty obvious. The set was not where Fillion wanted it. So here's Victor Lowe. At the start here tonight. Nice pass up to Brower for the middle attack.
Taylor dug it up momentarily, but it goes into the net.
Hoover with the point. In the middle attack, I tell you, for Roberts Wesleyan, giving Hawaii fits.
Taking some good swings, hits the seam in the block right there nicely. Good vision. Good little wrist turn at the end.
Nice job of moving the middles around, too, making Hawaii's defense move. That serve is an error. Brower with the service error. Hawaii with the point. UH up 12, serving 8. And Finn Kearney back to do the serving duties for Hawaii. Took a bit off of that one. Brower, they go in the middle again, and again it is successful by Jordan Hoover. Hawaii can't stop the middle attack for the Red Hawks.
Hoover and Terp having a field day in the middle right now. They're getting some good passing too. Hawaii needs to serve a little more aggressively, I think, to get the setter off the net, take the middle hitter out of the attack.
Well, I thought the same thing on Wednesday against Rockers. I thought Hawaii's serving was a little odd. Back set the right side, off the double block on the attack by Wade. Jimenez throws it up on the far left side, and that one hit right into the block. And put straight back down on the attack by DeJohn. I know Wade in on that stuff. Hawaii now with 5 blocks on the match.
3 blockers up. Some good help there that time. Coming over, sliding over is Thatcher Felbers.
We get a serving substitution for Hawaii. Matt Wheels is going to check in. Redshirt freshman out of Huntington Beach. Wheels saw some action this week as well. Brower in the middle. And put down again by Jordan Hoover. Wheels will leave. Mike Taylor comes back into the back row for Hawaii, and well, might as well let Hoover serve. He's doing everything else. Gets the serve in. Low backs it right side. Wade dug up back row. Set high on the right side, hit off the double block, kept alive in the back by Kearney. And that one eventually will not be returned. Ball Bush with the point.
Good swing by Fallbush that time. He had 2 blockers lined up perfectly on him, but he just swung high and hard. Kind of a flat shot off the top of the block and got his kill.
Fallbush with 4 aces. That's a great serve. How about the overpass and the dig by Jimenez over on the left side? That one off the double block and it goes out of bounds.
Not the first time tonight that Jimenez has dug an open net kill attempt. He's, I can see why. He was the Defensive Player of the Year last year in the league.
First team NCAA All-American as well. And Coach Dede said he is the real deal. Now, I'll tell you what, we've watched him this weekend, and there's no question as Hassan gets the point here in set number 2. And it's Fallbush back to serve for Hawaii. Thatcher tosses it. Gets it over. Nice pass to Brower. He goes in the middle. The block is waiting. It's covered. They go on the right side this time. The Fillion over near the bench. Kept the last bumped up near the net. Tapped over, and I think going into the net. Nope, not going into the net was Kearney. He got it down. somehow he found a way not to get into the net and hit the ball down. Let's take a look.
I thought Kearney did hit the net.
I did
Take
too.
a look and see. No, it's the other team.
Yep.
Good body control by Finn. Great body control.
I wonder if he has a background in gymnastics. When the tape gets over, Brower one hand sets it and pushed over into the back row by Jimenez. Here comes UH, low, backs it right side. Dug up on the attack by Wade. Here's Moore. Moore is going to be rejected. That triple block on the outside waiting for him.
I think Opek Hazan got most of that one. Boy, he's starting to block better. Pick up block number 6, doubling up on the number of blocks for Roberts Wesleyan.
Way up by 6. Another good serve. Brower, right side. That one down the line. Dug up by Taylor. It's going to go over and out of bounds. It'll be a kill for Philly, who's out of Greece, New York. And I got a text. I'm not sure who texted me, but telling me where Greece, New York is. And it says Greece is a large suburban town in Monroe County, New York, and a major suburb of Rochester. So there you go. If you're wondering where Greece, New York is, thank you for the text. Back to action. Red Hawks, left side. More! Well, Picano was ready to dig that up in the back row. Came at him so quickly.
Dennis Moore, another smallish outside at 6'2", going up and just banging away like there's nothing to lose. Swinging hard and high at that Hawaii block.
And he's having a good match. He's got 5 kills, hitting 333. The Red Hawks only hitting $196. Hawaii just under 300 at 294. If we're going to have a Hawaii serving substitution, Vladimir Kuber is going to come in and serve. Didn't play at all. He's a senior. Didn't play at all last year for Hawaii. Transferred in from Pepperdine. It's some limited action here this season. He gets to serve over the set in the middle. Slapped down by the other middle, who has been pretty good, and that's Gavin Turp.
Turp picks up kill number 6. He's hitting 364. Nice number.
Well, definitely.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Chris, definitely the offense is coming from the middles for Roberts. Wade has big over on the left side. There's more off the double block. Nobody can cover it. It falls down. And just like they did in the opening set, watch out. Here comes Roberts. They quietly chip away at that deficit. It was 6 at one time, and now down to 3. 15 serving 18. Turp line drives it over on the left side, and that one is attacked and blocked. Kearney roofed
by the freshman, Jordan Hoover.
Hoover cleaned that one up, and we may get a timeout. No, we're going to get a substitution. I think we're going to get a setting substitution, and we are. Magnus Hedevik, the freshman out of Norway. So we get our first look of Hedevik.
He was the one who played most of the night on Wednesday against this team.
Hedevik high left side. That one angled cross court. Dug up. Brower chases down, goes left side. More down the line, but too far. So we talked a bit about, we're going to call it a touch. So we'll call it touch on Hawaii. Give the point. And a forward run for Roberts. They're only down by a point. And a timeout called by Charlie. We'll take it as well. Scoring 86 points in a 40-point win over Cal Poly for their first conference win of the season. Hedevik throws it up on the left side. Kearney pounds it off the block and out of bounds. But yeah, come on out, support the Wai'ine basketball team. Looks like they're starting to turn that proverbial corner. Played well last week in that loss on the road to first place Irvine and looked really good last night. Hawaii up by 2. Hedevik will serve, gets it over. Jimenez Brower in the middle of the block waiting. He covers it. They throw it up over on the left side. Not a good set. Kind of overset. I think Wade pushed it down. They're going to call a net violation, though. They're going to say he went over the top of the net and reached over. Did not. He impeded the opponent. So put that point on the Red Hawks side. And this is very similar to our first set. Hawaii won 25-22. the service ace, and there he has number 2.
I'll tell you one thing is the difference in the serving strategies of each team. The Red Hawks are taking a lot more chances from behind the service line. You know, they've got 10 service errors to Hawaii's 5. I think Hawaii can be more aggressive from behind the line.
This is the 5th tie of this set. 19 serving 19. That one ripped again. Shank, Heddervik, Leighton reacting. It's an overpass, and was there a touch? No touch. The overpass hit. Goes out of bounds. A break for Hawaii.
I thought there was a touch by Todd, but I guess not.
Oh, no.
He got lucky there.
And no challenge. Hawaii the first to reach 20 with Kearney back. And this time, the set in the middle. Looks like he was looking for Hoover. Hoover wasn't ready. A couple of breaks going Hawaii's way, and right away Mike Dede says, you know what, I don't like the way things are feeling. I think we're going to take a TO as well and talk things over. But I got to say, you know, Roberts Wesleyan, they may not win this match, but they're going to come away from here a better team. And Coach Dede was telling me they're going to be here until tomorrow afternoon. They fly from here to Chicago, then to New York, and then they turn around and play Tuesday and Wednesday at home. So they're going to get into what, Monday morning?
Yeah, not much time to recover, that's for sure.
All right, let's throw it over to the third member of our broadcast crew, Ryan Kalei-Suji. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, thanks. Well, here on the Hawaii sideline, not a whole lot of concern by this B squad, if you will. They are talking to each other right now, just trying to encourage each other really to take care of that first contact. The passing somewhat breaking down at times. One of the players that has been a little more vocal here on the sideline has been Kainoa Wade. Of course, the sophomore opposite having to take on a lot of responsibilities over the last few days, playing in multiple matches, and Hawaii really relying on him on that opposite position. But Wade, no doubt, does not want this to go any longer than it has to. Back over to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Ryan. Get a good look at Kainoa. Of course, double duty, played earlier this morning, had 9 kills against Rockhurst in that sweep. So far here tonight, Wade with 7 kills, but we've seen his hitting percentage dip quite a bit, C-Mac. He's down to 217.
He's used to hitting in the 300 to 400 range, or on Wednesday, in the 500 range.
I guess he's allowed to be a tad bit tired, huh? What do you think?
Mike, I don't think he's tired. I just think they're really focusing on him a lot, making sure they get 2 blockers up on him every time. So it's just a bigger challenge, but I think his numbers will come back up.
And look who just checked in, Louis Sakanoko. And Louis was the leader earlier today in kills. You see his numbers, 15 kills, hit 435. I think Charlie has a dinner date tonight as Kearney serves that one into the net, and we're tied. Oh, no, excuse me. Now it's 20 serving 21, so Louis Sakanoko. Now, of course, Hawaii doesn't play again until they play St. Francis in New York in, what, 2 weeks or so? A little bit longer, around there. Cross court, two-handed, Heddervik, back set, right side, and that time that one is absolutely destroyed by Kainoa Wade.
And they tried to pick on the new guy, Louis Sakanoko, on the first pass. He puts it right on the money, which gives Heddervik a chance to set an offense that will give his hitter a one-on-one.
And Justin Todd, the serve. Texan. Broward gets under it in the middle of the block, waiting, covered, bumped around, and freed ball over. Here comes UH. Heddervik in the middle, short on by Hassan. He covers his own block, overpass. Broward in the middle, tipped, popped up, and then hit, block, shoulder save, tipped over. One-hand save by Jimenez. No, they say it hit the floor before Jimenez's hand got underneath it. And the long rally goes the way of the guys in green.
How about that bizarre shoulder cover?
Right?
You rarely see that. It's almost as rare as the foot dig.
And we saw one of those, what, last week, I think? Or was that this week? Was that Wednesday? I know we saw one recently. Not again. Cranks that one. Jimenez handles it. Wow. They go in the middle again. The block is waiting. One-hand save. Backs it right side. Fillion off the block. And out of bounds off the hands of Sakanoko.
How about that pass from Jimenez? Justin Todd hit that ball about as hard as he can, and Jimenez popped it up absolutely perfectly. Allowing the Red Hawks to run an offense.
Sakanoko overpasses, pushed over, basically a free ball for Hawaii. Backside right side here is Kainoa, pounds it off the double block and out of bounds, and it's set point for Hawaii, already leading 1-0. And Kainoa Wade, the floor captain, sophomore, Ana Kailua will serve. Well, beginning the rhythmic clap. It's not match point, it's just set point. Brown backs it right side, fill in. That time he kicks it off the block again. And I think Coach Didi has found his opposite. They have three guys. Fillian's one of them that they were looking at. Fillian having a pretty good night, using the defense to his advantage. He's got 6 kills, hitting .385. Make that 7 kills now. Hitting .462.
And his major is homeland security.
Set, left side. Here's Sakanoko, rolls it off the double block. Coming back row by Fillian. They go back row tech. Pushed over by Henneberg and down, and that's how set number 2 will close. Hawaii won the opening set 25-22, and they take Magnus's mom and dad. They are just absolutely blown away by what volleyball is like in Hawaii, from what I understand. I think most people are when they haven't been here before. All right, the Red Hawks will serve to start set number 3. Hawaii leading 2-1. The toss, and we are underway as that one by Brower in the center goes into the net. One serving love, Hawaii here in the third.
He's their leading ace, and part of the reason why they started that rotation. They'd love to have him get the set started with hopefully an ace, or at least a point or two.
Yeah, he has 2 aces in this match as Magnus gets his serve over. Brower on the right side, block, one-hand save, thrown over. By Taylor, Magnus in the middle, flipped over the double block. Jimenez high on the left side. That one hit off the block, but out of bounds. Good job by Fillian, who's done a really good job tonight of hitting the ball and using the block to his advantage. You mentioned how much bigger Hawaii is, so you got to find other ways to score.
Yeah, he's been so effective out there, and he does. He's very imaginative, creative in his shot taking.
Some more serve. Out of it. Left side, that one hit off and then bumped over. Free ball Hawaii. And that one went out of bounds, actually. So a point for Hawaii. That go off somebody's head or another off the shoulder again?
I thought it did. And Kainoa is just checking to make sure the opponent is okay.
Yeah, I think that might have gone on Jace Moore's noggin. Then Kearney with the serve. In the middle of the block waiting. It's covered up near the net. They'll set it. And nice job by Brower. I think Hawaii thought he was going to go for the joust instead of the quick side set to the right side. And Fillian again gets the kill.
Yeah, I give a lot of credit there to Brower. On a jump set, took at least one blocker with him. And then Fillian finishes.
Fillian now with 9 kills to pace the Red Hawks. Landers had to go retrieve a couple of more volleyballs. It's kind of like the guy that has to go get the balls for the umpire in baseball, right?
That's right.
By the way, baseball season right around the corner. Here comes the serve. Taylor shanks it. Sakanoko gets it, sets it to Kainoa Wade. He says, no problem.
There's such a thing as OTT. That was it right there. OTT standing for over the top. And Kainoa Wade at 6'10" does that often. There's a set from the cross court from Louis Sakanoko. There's a ball over the top and down. Kainoa picking up kill number 11.
One and set. Sakanoko blocks his cover to come over on the left side. That one is blocked as well. There would be a net violation. That's on Ryan Bijan. 5'11" outside here. Yes, you heard that correct, but he plays much bigger out. Iron Detroit, New York.
Big cover in the middle of that play by Moises Jimenez. He's quite the player. I love the way he sets, love the way he passes. Takes a lot of court, great digger.
He's lived up to the billing, don't you think, C-Man?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That one cross court. Dug up by Magnus. In to Wade off the block, then off the antenna. Another kill for Kainoa, another point for Hawaii. UH up by 3. And here comes. Would you say Justin Todd right now is Hawaii's best server?
For the most
Statistically,
part, yeah. Well, he's got the most aces for sure.
You heard the corner through, and of course we botched it. Serves it into the net, but
Nice bocce, Scott.
I'm the best. I'm the king of the botches. Let me tell you, ask my family. But you heard the corner guys, and I kind of agree with them talking about the serving we saw this week. Where Hawaii hasn't really been. It doesn't feel like they're as aggressive behind the service line.
Yeah, I totally agree, and that's been a perplexing problem for Charlie Wade to figure that out and have it get
Figured out.
solved and figured out sooner rather than later.
Attack goes long. Another point for Hawaii. UH won the first 2 sets by identical scores of 25-22. Here comes Kainoa. Now up to 13 kills, hitting .367. He's had a good start to this 3rd set. Good serve. High pass up to Brown near the 3-meter line. Access the right side. Tip. Saved by Magnus. Finn. Left side. Sakamoko. Oh, man, that was fun.
And Kearney pulling out his setting hands.
But not only that, recognizing he had to jump before he got to that 3-meter line and set it as well. Heads up play by Finn Kearney.
And he could have set it in front of the 3-meter line. So only Libero can't set it in front of the 3-meter line.
You're right. So why did he jump?
He jumped the try because the other team could have thought he was hitting. And actually one blocker was held just a little bit.
Bijan lifts that one. Good pass. Petrovic in the middle. Hassan rushes the coconut. Look out. That would have hurt somebody if it hit him. And Ofek Hassan, he's just one of those guys. He brings his lunch pail every day to work. Blue collar, not flashy, fairly quiet, very polite. And just gets the job done as Louis took a bit off that one. Jimenez around the left side. That one by Moore off the double block. Back set, right side, tipped. Back over on the left side. Moore, I think he hit that into the antenna first. He did. So 12 days now until Hawaii plays again. They'll play St. Francis in Pennsylvania, and then they'll play a couple over against Penn State. So they'll stay in the state of Pennsylvania for a little bit. And then they'll continue the road trips all the way until March 4th. I don't remember at any time in the 25 years I've been calling these games and stuff that Hawaii's been on the road that long.
Yes, it's very unusual.
They're not going to stay on the continent for all 6 weeks. They'll come back home and stuff, but all their games are going to be on the road.
Yeah. Well, Charlie Wade did say there was because of the NIL tournament that's going to take place in Anaheim, they actually had a home series set for that weekend. When the NIL thing came up, he just couldn't pass it up. Otherwise, they would have another pair of home matches somewhere in there in February.
You understand that NIL tournament is still a go, I believe, at the Honda Center. Is that right, in Anaheim?
Yes.
And it's UH, UCLA, USC, and Long Beach State. And our understanding is Hawaii will face off with UCLA in the first match. And then the winners of the 2 matchups will face each other, and the losers of the 2 matchups will face each other. But it sounds like all 4 teams, they don't want to play their conference opponent.
Right.
So I don't know what's going to happen. Float serve gets over. And a right side. And Kainoa again.
It's his 4th match, but he's still bringing the heat. His legs look good. The arm swing looks good. Nice approach. Good set there from Hedervik.
As far as we know, it's still a go-fit NIL tournament. They also put on a basketball one where they gave away like $1 million to the winning team, but they're having a bit of more of an issue trying to get sponsorship for the men's volleyball NIL tournament. But right now, it's still a go, and the Red Hawks can't get that one over the net in time. And another point for Hawaii. UH up 11-6. Give Kearney a kill. And he has 9 now on the night. The only player in double digits for Hawaii with 14 is Wade. UH has a squad hitting 320 to the Red Hawks buck 79.
And in this set, Hawaii hitting 500. Red Hawks hitting flat line at 0-0-0.
Yeah, Hawaii with only one hitting error in this stanza. 3 for the Red Hawks.
Well, one step that Charlie Wade is happy about, the Rainbow Warriors only committed 16 errors in the first 2 sets. That's 8%. That's right. That's the number that he's looking for.
And flip down for a point. Brower will serve. Tell you one thing we have seen already in these first 2 sets, this Roberts Wesleyan team, they'll fight till the end. And they made it really interesting as that serve goes into the net in those first 2 sets. Hawaii had 6-7-point leads at different times, only to get closer in the 20s, and Hawaii holding on for 3-point wins in both the first and second sets.
You gotta love the fact that Charlie's given his reserves a chance to play, be introduced in front of this crowd, and play in front of the nighttime crowd. He could have gone the other way very easily. I think he made a great choice in giving these guys the exposure they deserve. They go hard every day. It's nice to see them in the limelight right now.
No, I absolutely agree. And even Coach Didi said, he goes, I understand their B-side is even a top 10 team. I said, well, they're pretty good as well.
Yeah.
The Explorer just had the kill. Will serve. Hedervik out of the back row. Louis. Sakamoko.
Louis does a broad jump and go under the net quite a bit, but the ball is already down by the time he goes under the net, so no violation.
By the way, he played very well in the match earlier this morning against Rockers, had 15 kills. So he's playing a little double duty here on a Friday night.
And he was a major fan favorite as usual. All the young kids from the local tournament were here. And they were cheering Louis on like crazy.
Wade uses the block to pick up the kill in the point. Yeah, I heard there was a bunch of youngsters.
Oh, man, it was loud.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a lot of fun, and they were getting into it, and they all loved Louis. You're right.
And they loved Adrian Rohr, too, the French connection.
There's something about those 2 French guys.
And Kainoa, the local boy. It was just filled with lots of fun.
Sounds like a love fest.
And Kearney's serve goes long.
So Chris, what are you going to do with yourself over the next 6 weeks when the volleyball team's out of town?
Probably catch up on yard work, maybe.
I hear you.
I got some projects I'm working on.
That one's an overpass, reaching over the pause, who's Turk to put it down. Hoover, the serve again, Penn serving 14. Against Cal State Bakersfield, you'll see that live right here. Beginning at 6:30 the game on. I don't know if many folks heard, but Hawaii, it was announced earlier today by the University of Hawaii, UC Irvine's game at Irvine later on this year will be on ESPNU. And Hawaii, with that big win last night, is tied for first with Irvine, but they had the tiebreaker after that thrilling win last Saturday. 11 serving 15. Hedervik goes in the middle, and Hassan goes up and puts it straight down. I'll tell you what, Hofek doesn't get cheated when he gets the ball.
When he hits, it's either going to be blocked straight down back at him, or it's going to be pulverized at the other side of the net.
Brower, that one goes in the middle, and chasing and then hitting it, and getting it off of Wade.
Gavin Turp, kill number 9.
Yeah, he's been good. Both the middles, Hoover and Turp. I mean, that's definitely something And I think this Roberts Wesleyan team can take advantage of when they play teams that are more at their level.
Puts it to Louis.
Pretty good set distribution right now by Brower. He's got one Fillion with 10. He's got Turp with 9 and Moore with 8. And Hoover with 5. He's nice little distribution. And the guy we thought would get the most, Dijon, is hitting negative right now.
Well, I think his height disadvantage is kind of hurting him here tonight. It was,
Out of the back row, Louis, but the block was there. Jace Moore, one of them.
and I think Sakanoko thought he was going to catch the Red Hawks napping. They were ready.
I thought Louis was going to jump set it out to Finn Kearney.
Kind of like Finn
take
Kearney
everybody
did.
out. Yeah, exactly. Kearney was ready.
Turp floats it. Hedrick under it. Left side. Finn
Off a couple of players, finally out of bounds.
Kearney with the kill, the point. Kearney up to 10 kills now, hitting an even 400. Hawaii hitting 346 as a team. As coming in to serve, Vladimir Kuber. So Kuber will get the chance to serve. He does. Brower backsets to right side.
Look at, oh my goodness, caught suit.
I know, with his 17th put down. And Hawaii now up by 6. They were up by 6 at one point in the second set, around this point, and then Roberts Wesleyan made a bit of a run. That forced Charlie to bring in Louis Sakanoko. And I think we're going to get a net violation on Hawaii. We will. Not quite sure who that was on.
Kaino's had quite the weekend, hasn't he?
I think
Amazing.
he's got a chance to maybe pick up some hardware this week from the Big West. Of course, it depends how other players do and how the other teams in the league do. But gosh, I mean, he's played 3 of the 4 matches here this week and has done quite well. That's a nice serve handle by Kearney. The left-hand pushover by Todd is effective, but Moore will bump it over. Free ball, Hawaii. Hedrick in the middle, flipped over by Todd. We're going to get
Todd just held on to the ball a little bit too long.
And I'll call Todd for a lift, probably a good call. Though you don't really see the lift called as much as you used to. They're a little bit more liberal with that, but yeah, he got it.
In slow motion, it was really held long.
Randy Rubenall, the upper official, made that call. And we were just talking about how Roberts always has a tendency, at least here this evening, to rally when down. Now they're down instead of 6, they're only down by 4. They're going to make Hawaii earn this win here tonight. Brower already has 2 service aces on the night.
And he has a service error to add to that.
And Hawaii reaches the 20-point mark. As Magnus Hedrick goes back to serve, a member of the Norwegian under-19 national team. Also very good beach volleyball player, and his brother is one of Jakob Teller's best friends.
Oh, quick hit, nice.
Slam there by Hoover.
This is a favorite set that Hoover loves, to get the 31 set that's fired from about the 7-foot line right at the net. Hoover's up in the air as it's being set, and it's very effective. He's hit that all week and been very effective with it.
Off the tape. Kearney. Solid. The attack on the back row and bounces right into the lap of Seaman. See that?
I was watching the play and I missed the. I should have said it. Darn it.
Bump set. Well, the 6-point lead now has been trimmed to 3, just on cue. It's almost like a script was written for this match here tonight. Let's look at this again.
It's like Groundhog Day all over again. The way 25-22, 25-22. Maybe this set is destined to be 25-22.
I think it might as well be, right? 3 of a kind. Mike Beattie Developed a real strong friendship with John Spraw. Mike Didi was a setter back in 1988, I think it was 88, at UC Irvine, and one of his old frat brother friends, who happens to be Rob Sparrow, longtime voice of Irvine volleyball. And he called Rob and said, I got this job at Roberts Wesleyan. I want to talk to somebody. And Rob said, who do you want to talk to? He goes, can you get me John Spraw? John Spraw has been outstanding. He invited Coach Didi down to West Virginia for 4 days to watch the training of the U.S. national team. They have now had 2 clinics in Rochester at Robert Wesleyan that Coach Spraw has actually went to attend and put on a couple of clinics for the folks in New York, and I think that's pretty neat, huh? It just shows that how the volleyball community, they give back to each other. You look what Charlie's doing with growing the game and inviting rockers, and a team like Roberts Wesleyan, we've seen other teams in the past come here as well, and it's all about growing the game, and we saw that graphic earlier on Long's Drugs in the last 5 years, 25 new programs. So it's working. Here comes Finn. Ain't that on Brower. It's a dug up overpass. And Menace bumps it up to Brower. They go back in the middle, missed time, and hitting it into the net. He's human as Jordan Hoover.
A rare error from the Hoover.
That's only his second error of the night. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. Magic trick as Hawaii gets to serve over. All right.
Do me a favor,
Side attack. So take a look at this.
I'm going to take a copper coin and put that coin in this hand. Place a silver coin in this hand. Okay? I won't even let the coins get near each other. All right? If I take the silver coin and place the silver coin inside my pocket, what's that leave in my hand? Copper? But don't forget, it's a 2-coin trick. You guys are going to get it at some point, here, right? At some point, okay? I'll do it one more time. If I'm going to take the copper coin and place the copper coin, okay, inside my pocket, what's that leave in my hand? Both. See, that's a great answer. But I knew somebody would get the answer at the end. Okay, watch very carefully. And then I just do that.
That was pretty impressive. Now, I didn't realize till we were talking to him yesterday about Magic that C-Mac, you're a big fan of Magic.
Yeah, I love Magic. I watch Penn and Teller's show every Friday night.
I didn't even know they had a show until you mentioned it.
They do. It's pretty good.
Well, back to real action. It's 20 serving 23. We mentioned the first 2 sets went 25-22, Chris, so let's see if we can replicate that a third time. And gets the serve over. Header Vic. Left side, tapped down by Sakanoko. Now the whistle blows. And the fans will rise to their feet. It's aloha ball for Hawaii. By no way to go back behind the service line, but we have a whistle call. I think we're going to get a challenge. It looks like you see Dixon Chun down there.
So I think they're claiming the ball was not down, but that it was a hand got under it, looks like.
Well, you know what? You might as well challenge it. Look, he's going to make a commando raid to the Czech Republic. He's going to go do a little recruiting. And Philip Humler, who a lot of people remember, former UH player, now back home in the Czech Republic, is working as kind of an advisor, placing Czech players in American universities. And he has a couple of players he thinks that Charlie might be interested in. Charlie said, all right. So I think it's going to be between now and before they go to St. France. But Charlie was saying he's going to go up there, hook up with Philip, and hopefully bring back a couple, or at least get a couple more players from Europe if they're at Charlie's liking.
One of Charlie's great strengths, I think, is that recruiting overseas. 100%. He's been ahead of the game for everybody.
Yep, I totally agree. All right, everybody on their feet. The clap, the serve by Sakanoko. Bauer chases, sets the left side. Back row. Headovic, right side. Bogey. By Norway puts an exclamation point on it with his 18th kill. And Hawaii takes the third, 25-20. after winning the first two, 25-22, 25-22. And Hawaii now 7-1 on the year after the doubleheader victories here today earlier against Rockhurst in 3, and Roberts Wesleyan will fall to 2-2.